Al on videos. You know, I mean, people think Al more than they think they mom at award shows, man. You know, so it's real. It's real.
You know, Al Heyman, he shows a lot of love to all the people. You know, boxing is a very dirty sport, but he's making it very clean. You know what I mean? He's taking care of all of us. You know, I have nothing bad to say about the company or nothing. They've treated me like family since since my first show. You know what I mean? And I owe everything to them.
You owe everything to them.
And on that note, for all the things are doing, PBC is doing an amazing job, you know, promoting their fights. And at the end of the day, you know, as long as we keep bringing good fights to the table, it doesn't matter if it's PBC with their deal, with Fox that they just had, and it's great. It's amazing because it's going to bring more boxing and to the front. Even with ESPN and Top Rank, that's an amazing deal as well. And then you got Eddie Hearns with the DAZN, with the app streaming. Mm-hmm. I think anybody who's bringing boxing, as long as they treat the fighters well, then I'm all on board, regardless of who it is. As long as, you know, whether it's Golden Boy or whether it's Top Rank or Mayweather Promotions and all these great promoters, they need to understand that these kids are and these fighters are, they put their lives on the line. Mm-hmm. And I have so much respect for boxers. That's probably one of the reasons I got in. I wanted to promote the expo because it was never about making the money or anything like this. It was really about the fighters building their brand, mm-hmm. being able to showcase their brand and being able to connect with the fans, because we never get to see them connect when they're fighting. It's so the fans they look up to those boxers, and the boxers have to also give back a nice image back to the fans. So everybody's looking up. I think if boxing continues like this, I think it's great for the sport.
It'll be mainstream again. I mean, I believe Al Heyman and everybody who's following Al Heyman's lead, they're bringing it back to the mainstream. The heavyweight division is back. It's never been the way it is now.
Right. And we got the social media, you know, exploding, reaching out places incredible. We got like you said, the heavyweight division with Dante. Not Dante. Dante's he's retired, but Deontay Wilder.
I'm in my prime.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
Yeah.
We got Deontay Wilder against Joshua. You know, that's a huge fight. We got Tyson Fury. He's incredible entertainer as well. So the heavyweight is back. The 147 that Jose Benavidez right now is going to be fighting Crawford is incredibly competitive. We got the 168-pound division. All the divisions are incredibly competitive.
And the World Boxing
175,
Super Series.
Badu Jack. Mm-hmm. Don't forget, Badu Jack has a company called Ripper Nutrition. He's going to be at the Box Fan Expo as well. I mean, we're interconnecting the Box Fan Expo on every level.
On every level. Y'all hearing it from Alonzo. Box Fan Expo. Come check it out next weekend, guys. I want to ask David something. What was I going to ask David? Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant, you know, he's been saying he's been wanting to fight you. Is that a fight on your radar? Is he on your radar right now, or what?
I mean, of course, I take a look at all these prospects and all that. You know, of course, he has to win the title, or he has to do something. I mean, he had an opportunity to knock Porky Medina out. You know, his last fight looked better than I did, and he didn't. You know, so he's not really a fighter that, you know, everybody is excited to see, but you know, I love to fight him. It don't matter to me. But I got, you know, I'm in a position right now where I could call out other champions. So which fight makes sense? Fighting a champion or somebody that doesn't have a belt.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Okay. But no disrespect to Caleb Plant. He's a great fighter, and you know, as soon as we get that fight in, you know, it's gonna be amazing. But you know, I got bigger sights right now.
Mm-hmm. Who did you learn the most? Who did you learn the most?
I got a question.
Hold on, one quick question. Let me get mine off real quick. Who did you learn the most from? I mean, like, who were you the most impressed from in sparring and fighting? Who would you say you gave the most props to?
You know, I've been blessed to work with so much great champions, man. It's just, I can't name one particular one, but I could say the one who's done the most for me, that I've learned the most from, is Gennady Golovkin. I worked with him when I worked with him before he even debuted in the U.S. You know, I mean, I didn't even know who he was. I just we're in Abel Sanchez's gym. He's like, yo, we're gonna spar some dude. And I was 15. I just turned 16.
Let's spar some dude.
And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, he looks Russian, so I know these Russian guys are really strong. You know what I mean? And then, you know, we had an amazing sparring session. And then I seen him, you know, fight on HBO. And I looked at his highlights. That this dude's a monster, man. But I had the opportunity to work with him. But I learned so much from that guy, and he's so humble, man. I just hats off to him. He's a great individual.
That's cool. I see you caught me off guard because I didn't even know you had worked with Gennady Golovkin.
Yeah, I worked
man.
with him for a lot of years.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. Hey, well, we'll take another call real quick if you guys don't mind, man. Let's get into another call. We got 206. What's going on? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Dominic from Seattle, Washington.
What's going on, Dominic? What's on your mind, man?
Just, saying some stuff. I've looked into the story of Benavidez. Isn't that the dude who got... I'm not trying to be rude. I didn't really glance at the thing because I got Sprint, so I can't look at the internet and be on the phone.
So now y'all know not to get Sprint. Go ahead, man.
Benavidez, okay. I looked at his story, and I know you got the family up there, the one that's going to fight Terrence Crawford. I read the story about how he got shot and stuff like that, and he's talking. But I have a question for Benavidez.
For who? For Jose or David? Okay, go ahead. It's Jose, I guess. Go ahead.
One that's fighting Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, Jose. Jose,
it's my bad. I don't know disrespect. When you be Terrence Crawford, will you break the divide? Because I've always seen like Mexican camps only fight with Mexicans, and Floyd Mayweather never gets no props because everybody knows that everybody hates Floyd Mayweather. Would you fuck with Floyd Mayweather's camp and be underneath his promotion?
You mean in terms of being like promoted or working with him? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, he without Heyman. Well, he's he's top ranked. He's without Heyman. The other brothers without Heyman. Go ahead, Jose.
I'm with Top Rank right now, and they've done a fantastic job with me. So we're gonna keep working with them, and then like I said, they've brought me where I am right now. So my job is to train hard and keep winning fights, and that's what I keep doing. So we're comfortable where we're at right now. I'm grateful for the way they've brought my career. So like I said, I have no problem with the Top Rank.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, man. Hey, well.
And one more question. Can I get one more question?
Go ahead.
Do you think a perfect matchup with you would be Sean Porter, knowing that he fights like a Mexican?
I'll beat Sean Porter.
No.
I'll beat him.
What was that?
I'll beatOn Porter.
How was that?
Like
and I don't.
They can't beat him.
No, I thought you said, if they put Sean, I sparred Sean Porter when I was, 16, when he was sparring Manny Pacquiao. Honestly, I don't really see anything special in him.
And I don't know where you get he fight like a Mexican from. Because you got Canelo who got a different style. You got Juan Marquez that got a different style. You got Chavez that got a different style.
No, I'm not trying to be. This ain't even being racist.
That's that stuff they learn.
No. I didn't say that. I'm just saying it's real vague. It's real vague when you say.
I can see where he's coming because he's probably talking about the pressure that he puts.
Yeah. I knew what he meant though. I knew what he meant. But yeah. I'm just saying. Jose Benavidez. He boxes, and then you got David. Who's more of a pressure fighter. So it's and that's obviously.
Sean don't fuck with pressure fighters, so I was wanting to hear from a pressure fighter. Would he fuck with Sean? That's all I was asking.
No, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. And you said you would beat Sean, right?
Yeah.
He said he'll beat Sean. So that's what it is. So, hey, man, but thanks for your call. I'm going to get to another one, all right?
All right.
All right. Take care, man.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
I have a quick question for David and Jose. Being as there is a contrast in styles from a technical aspect, when you're watching each other train and training together and watching each other fight, are there certain skills that you see from each other that you try and implement into your own game plan, into your own style?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of things my brother does that sometimes when I watch his sparring sessions, it makes me think, he does this and he has a lot of success doing it. Maybe I should implement it into my own style. And, he does. We try to learn off each other, and if I don't get it right, my father comes up with another idea. So, there's a lot of ideas that we exchange during training and training camp. We're here to learn off each other and teach each other. Every day we got to learn something different.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, man.
You guys ever spar each other?
Spar each other? Yeah, we used to spar each other a lot back then, but since the weight is a little bit, it's a little bit different right now. But we
ain't
used to
the way it
work
was.
back, and then back then we used to work so much, and then we wouldn't be able to talk for like 2 weeks, bro. We couldn't even see each other. We'd just be mad. Yeah, we trying to kill each other.
It got that personal. Huh?
You know that little brother always wants to kill the big brother. So
That sounds like good sparring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how my two boys are. It's sad to see. I bet that kind of had to hurt a little bit when you see them going at it. I know you had to break them up sometimes, Senior, where they got real serious and it turned into like a fight in the ring. What did you do?
Well, just take them out, man. Because I tell them, you guys got to bring it down, or otherwise I'm gonna have to take you guys out, and I end up taking them out.
And you just take them out. Yeah. Yep. Hey, let's take one more call, man, and we're going to go ahead and wind down. We're going to get predictions. We're going to go ahead and close out with getting predictions from everybody in the studio for all the upcoming fights. We got Canelo versus Golovkin. We got, what else we got? We got Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. We got Tyson Fury, or I should say Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. And we have Billy Joe Saunders versus Andre. So if I forget any of these, y'all try to remind me, guys. But, yeah, I want to get y'all predictions on all those fights. Let's take one more call, and then we'll get into predictions. We got 347. What's going on? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, what up? Yo, this is Barrio. I just want to say I respect
Where you calling from, Barrio?
And, I want to give a big up to the Benavidez brothers. I watch your fights, and hello?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yo, I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to talk about the racial divide in boxing and on your channel with all the people in the comment section and everything like that with Golovkin and Spence, because we got like a racial divide going on. I got a lot of people on your channel wanting Golovkin to move up. I've been hearing this for the longest time for whatever reason, because there's no competition there. But I don't hear the same thing going on for Spence. Everybody's calling Spence is the best. He's the best, and everybody knows that there's no competition.
Let me say this: with Golovkin, nobody's asking Golovkin to move up. People is asking Golovkin to fight his mandatories right now. He just gave up a belt. He didn't fight Derevyanchenko. And keep in mind, Golovkin was the one telling people for the last 2 years he wanted to unify the belts. He said that was his main goal, was to unify all the belts. And all of a sudden, Derevyanchenko, who go ahead.
But who do we want him to fight though?
Jamal Charlo, the winner of Andre Saunders.
This is the thing. So this is the thing with Triple G, right? At one point, everybody was complaining and saying that there was nobody for him to fight, meaning his team. There was nobody for him to fight. What do we want him to do? He ain't have no choice. Okay, well now there's fighters with big names in and around his division, right? And he's choosing not to fight them. He chose. We keep in mind, okay.
But there was nobody around when he was coming up, though.
But they're here now, though. Okay, but they're here now, though.
But they're here now.
But he had the opportunity to make some money for himself. How can you say that?
So why not make the money?
But you got to keep in mind that he was the one. He was the one that stated that he wanted to be undisputed middleweight champ. He wanted to break Bernard Hopkins records. He wanted to do all of these things. Okay, so now the opportunity is there, but there's names there now that's going to compete with him. Now that doesn't matter anymore. So okay,
no,
so
it does matter. It does matter. We want to see those fights, but can you understand from a business perspective what he did?
So you said, hold on, guys. Hold on, let me just say something real quick, Blue. Let me say something real quick. You got to remember when Canelo failed the test for the clenbuterol, that's when he had his mandatory, which was Darren Yevchenko. Why wouldn't he just fight Darren Yevchenko and then fight Canelo Alvarez? That's money on top of money.
Because what if he loses that fight?
Well, there you go. There's the answer. You just answered the question. It was a high risk. You just answered your own question. What if he loses the fight?
This is boxing. We understand the high risk,
and just like Jose just said right now, you're not supposed to go into a fight thinking that you're going to lose. So you just said
it's not about that though. But that's not about going into the fight thinking it's jeopardizing. It's just jeopardizing. You know what I'm saying?
You guys can jump in if y'all want to.
You got to say. So then, what you're telling us is he cherry picking it.
Yeah, because you just said, what if he loses?
Spence? Who do you fear is going to beat Spence at 147?
I don't understand what that has to do with the Golovkin situation, though.
the reason why I'm switching it up is because I see there's a difference in how you look at things.
Well, I mean,
okay, so listen.
We all agreeing though, but we all agreeing.
There's a difference. Let me explain to you the difference. Do you know how long Triple G has been in the middleweight division and not fighting any top level competition?
How long have we known? How long have we known?
Hold on. Listen, let me tell you the difference.
Mm-hmm.
We got Jose Benavidez, right? We got Terrence Crawford. We got Errol Spence. We got Sean Porter. These guys are they're young. They're young. Triple G is not young. So let's go through Triple G's resume. Hold on.
And then tell me where those fighters was when he was fighting those fights.
Let me give you an example. Jose Benavidez beats Terrence Crawford, right? Let's say he beats Terrence Crawford. Now we're going to ask him to move up in weight? Why would we ask him to move up in weight?
No, we're not. We're going to ask him to fight Spence. We're going to ask him to fight Porter. My thing is this. Everybody puts Spence above
That's his point. So you just answered another one of your own questions. Why are you saying that Errol Spence should move up when he has Keith Thurman, he has Sean Porter,
because look, nobody thinks that anyone at 47 is a threat to Spence, correct?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. We have to see the fights.
Who put Spence on that pedestal?
But there's always a favorite. There's always a favorite in every fight.
Let's read the comment sections, man. The fans is in the comment section.
Man, you can listen to what fighters say about Errol.
Listen what you're saying. You got to remember, Triple G has been reigning in that division, not fighting anybody for a very, very long time.
Go look at his resume. None of the guys that you're talking about that want to fight him now was anybody at that time, and even before he fought Jacob.
Listen. Okay. Listen.
Where was they?
When he was listen.
All right,
when he was saying that he wanted to unify and he wanted to be undisputed in the division, right? He was fighting people like Willie Monroe. He was pulling up 54-pounders, Gabe Rosado. This is what he was doing, right? He was pulling up 54-pounders to fight, okay? So now when there's people 160s, now you have Danny Jacobs, now you have Charlo, now you have Andre, now you have Billy Joe Saunders in your division, okay? And remember, at that point in time, when he was saying there was nobody for him to fight, okay, Andre Ward was campaigning at 168, one weight class above. That's why we were saying that he should go up in weight. Since there's nobody to fight at 160, you're claiming there's nobody to fight at 60, then we're saying go up one weight class and fight Andre Ward since you're claiming that you're knocking out cruiserweights. So then you could go up one weight class and face Andre Ward.
And remember, he wanted to fight. And remember, he wanted to fight Chavez at 168, but he didn't want to fight Andre Ward at 168. And Chavez balloons up way more than Andre Ward. Chavez, he damn near 200 pounds the night of the fight.
I really believe it's not first of all, fighters are not afraid when they come into the ring. Number one, it's all about a business. At the end of the day, they have to calculate the risk and the rewards that's going to happen. So if a guy like Golovkin, he's thinking about how much money he's going to make with Chavez versus taking a risk with Andre Ward, who do you think he's going to go with? So at the end of the day, it's all about a business. Fighters are not scared of going into the ring.
Well,
especially when you're talking about these world-class champions.
Well, listen, you may not be afraid to get hit. You may not be afraid to get in the ring. Right. But if you know that your finances will be affected,
so then it comes back to what I'm saying. It comes back to budgets.
But it's risk.